the end of the day, I'm doing what feels right for me and chasing down my dream. This here is Pascal Villana. He's my primary goalie coach right now, and he's probably one of the most knowledgeable goalie coaches on the face of this planet. And I met Pascal back in December, and I worked with him for a full week, but it was because of his assistant Brad Sherwin, who sent me a Twitter message one day last spring critiquing my game. I took the feedback to heart and we built a relationship from there, and especially when I was playing in Sweden, he was a big part of me making improvements. Brad eventually put me in touch with Pascal to have a Zoom meeting to break apart my game back in the fall, and when I came home from Sweden back to Canada, I had to train with him. Fast forward 4 months and here we are today. This morning I headed to the Winnipeg airport for 5 a.m., hopped on a flight for 6, and headed towards Vancouver. I landed around 7 a.m. and I met a pretty familiar face.
That's good. Welcome to the vlog.
Hey, now open that trunk, Sweeney. Hey, Sweeney, don't run me over.
Oh. We didn't spend enough money to actually have the fridge stocked.
It's not the Ritz-Carlton.
Yep. Whoa. Some things just never change. He's still the woman in our relationship, but I still love him anyway. We went for a quick greasy bite to eat that morning.
How's it taste?
Like fish water and cream.
Water down the donaires.
And by the way, I am pretty positive this bathroom is actually the ground zero for COVID. Yeah, I think I'm not worried about COVID anymore. Fast forward a few hours, and here we are, the Richmond Olympic Oval. This is where Pascal does all of his sessions. It's where I skated on my last trip. Now, I want to address one thing. I wasn't scheduled to skate the first day that I got in, but when Pascal offered me to come skate with his younger goalies for one of his clinics that night, I wasn't going to pass up an opportunity to work. I have many holes in my game, but I'm always working and I'm always trying to find ways to improve. Last trip, we spent working on the systems and the structures of my game, but not as much focus on skating. And if you're one of the thousands of people who have left a comment over the years on one of my videos telling me that your 8-year-old is better than me, or your 86-year-old grandmother who died 14 years ago could probably do a better job of stopping pucks today than I could, well, you're really going to enjoy this video. Have a look. So right here, Brad's working with me on a little bit of edges and skating. You're going to see a lot of changes being made over the next couple of videos, from narrowing my stance, raising my gloves, lowering my chin, proper stick usage, the systematic placement of pucks and reads that we worked on the last time I came to Vancouver, and scan, and scan some more. Pascal is an insanely intense goalie coach.
I know we've been skating on Lake Louise or wherever else. The legs have got to come together.
I'm never getting beat by 8-year-olds. And you got that on film. There's the video that 8-year-olds are really better than us.
No, they've been doing this for a long time.
Don't allow the pressure to dictate where you're going to set up. Hockey is an athletic game, so you're going to have to move your eyes.
Hey, Sweens, you want $1 million? Okay, I guess you don't want it then. Good morning. It's going to be a cloudy day today in Vancouver with a high of 13. That sounds beautiful if you're from the prairies, but if you're from the West Coast, that's cold as shit.
Some people never change. You're one of them.
One of the things we talked about on the last trip that I was out was my stance in coming forward. Profiled my skates last time, 13-degree radius, 1-degree pitch to tippy forward.
So we've recut your skate, 13-foot radius, 1-degree pitch. We're forcing you forward with your skate. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it and you're going to want to quit. There's another title for another video is I'm quitting again.
This time I actually mean it though. So yesterday I went to the hockey shop.
So we're talking about some radius action with our Pro Shot machine. You had gone with a 13-foot, -1-degree pitch. Cause and effect of that is that it does take off a lot of steel. So we're gonna do something a little bit lighter this time around, 24-28. So what is the radius and why should you have it? Find that you're sitting quite flat in your stance and not on your toes. This will give you the ability to tip on your toes a little bit more, get a little bit over top of your stance as opposed to sitting back on your heel. I really like this radius, the 24-28 in particular. Any post movement, any reverse 3/8 or things like that, I find it really easy to swing out and grab my toe and push off, as opposed to kind of sitting in flat bladed and trying to find your edge properly. So talk to Trav as being your favorite #1 representative of hey, it works.
Let's see the old one comparison. So that's how much blade on top that I had before. This is what I have now. Oh, holy, look at that. You got a goalie coach who wants to lean forward. This is the way to go to help that.
You need that forward over top of your toes, right? That's the way to do it.
What do you think about the cowling on the skate?
If anyone wants to chat about profiles and what might be right for you, you can just give me a call, 604-589-8299, Monday to Friday.
He doesn't work weekends. Okay, so I got super feet in my skates, had them for 5 years. They don't fit, apparently.
Done. So basically the biggest one, so we're putting in a size G. Cut it down, slide it on in.
Giggity, 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 giggity.
Weekend's coming.
Weekend's coming.
Green
Yeah.
lights, full send. And now today we're skating again at the Olympic Oval.
You look at guys like Matt Murray. Hey, the guy's won 2 Stanley Cups. He's well trained. I know his goalie coaches. So his talent has got him there. And what has made him who he is, like to get to the National Hockey League and arguably dethrone a phenomenal goaltender in Marc-Andre Fleury. But because he was so phenomenal, goalie coaches out there in the National Hockey League, what do you think their general managers have probably said? Start paying attention to Matt Murray. He's going to be a roadblock in our success. You know, figure out what his tendencies are that make him who he is, and then start trying to expose them. Now that being said, you've got Ottawa, who is much different defensively and offensively than Pittsburgh was. You're taking the superstar goaltender in Matt Murray and you're moving him over to an organization that is arguably in a rebuilding phase, that the environment is going to be much different. So it's very easy to criticize. Like, it's hard to find things to fault him on in those areas because, you know, you give up a 2-on-0 with the Edmonton Oilers. The guy's incredible, but he's not 2 goalies. He's not 3 goalies.
Yeah.
So you got to give him an opportunity to get used to the environment that he's in, number one. Number two, the defensive system. The guy didn't suddenly go from Stanley Cup champion to, you know, a bad goalie. He's a phenomenal goaltender. So I think everybody that comments is, hey, they're all entitled to their opinion, but it's much easier when we're watching the game, can pause it, rewind it, see it in slow motion, see it from a bunch of different angles. Matt gets a millisecond to make a decision in, and the defensemen get a millisecond. So I think it just, you know, we got to think that the guys that have the knowledge, both Matt and Pierre, it takes some time to create the environment that's going to give everyone success. It's not going to happen overnight. So that's how I look at it.
Okay. So I was actually just on the phone with Pasco, and we're actually just talking about Matt Murray, and he thinks that Matt Murray and Pierre Groulx could fix all the problems with Ottawa this season if they took their internet security a little bit more seriously. When you're in net, there's constant threats all the time. The guy backdoor, the guy in the slot. You gotta watch that trailer on the 3-on-1. But the biggest threat out there is your internet security every time you go online. Here's why. Every single time you go on the internet, your IP address, your personal information, your own actual personal address could be exposed and being given out online. Think about that for a sec. You want your personal information being given out? NordVPN is a virtual private network, and what that means is that they protect your stuff. You go on the internet, you punch in the Google machine, the Facebook, all that stuff, and your IP address is probably going to be exposed. But wait, NordVPN blocks that, they don't expose that information, and they stop other websites from using your information. So you have nothing to worry about. You can log in from hundreds of countries across this planet, and on top of that, they got a smoking deal right now that I gotta tell you about. Every time you purchase a 2-year plan with NordVPN, you get 1 additional month for free, plus a surprise gift. I love free things, and you do too. And if you use the promo code TRAVFOROilers, you can take advantage of that special deal right now. Nord is doing their 9th birthday special sale right now, and there's some special smoking deals going on at the link in the description. NordVPN.com/TRAVFOROilers. Thanks to Nord for sponsoring this video. New videos coming up whenever I feel like it. Probably gonna do like 1 video a week. The new podcast, Slinging the Biscuit, with my boy Pat Shea. We're doing a new episode every week on the podcast, so check that out. I'll link in the description. YouTube channel members, if you become a channel member, you get awesome exclusive perks that nobody else gets. You get early access on merchandising, early access on these videos themselves, exclusive stuff that I just don't post and that actually don't make it to the videos themselves, and so much more. So, yeah. See you next time. Here's an outtake for the All Access members. This guy has no idea how to drive. Missed 3 turns. I told him how many times. Swains, left lane, you're gonna turn left. Oh, you didn't tell me, you're late. Let's go. I've always had a dream of opening up a bakery, and if I didn't, you want to know what I'd call it? The Yeasty Boys Bakery. Winnipeg's best cinnamon buns. The reason I'm telling you this, and you probably don't care. That's what it's like to have money. I don't have money, but if you like this video and subscribe, maybe potentially I could get some money and not drive the box that I drive. It's a Chevy.
And Tesla is opening up a dealership and repair place in Winnipeg. So
Saskatoon first,
use the code TRAVSUCKS at all the products in the description down below.
including Pro Laces, toe ties, block knuckle guard, butt grips, Popeye supplements. If you're in Canada, Beyond Yourself supplements. If you're not in Canada, and many more awesome products linked in the video description down below.